Yo, what's going on? I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I don't think nobody ever seen me on the channel before with out of beard. So yeah, this is your boy. This was Marcus, the debt-free dad. Here we talk finances and attorney reactions. Today's video is an interesting one because it's actually one I've been planning on doing for a while, but it was just other stories that were going on that were probably a little bit more important, work matters that was going on. But I had to circle back around and touch bases on this story because it's pretty ridiculous and it's pretty stupid. And how could I say this? Hey, in all honesty, it looks like this stupid thing that's going on. I'm not even calling this a scam. Like a scam to me has some level of uh concealment. Like, okay, like I'm doing this, but I don't really want you to know. But this is kind of open in plain sight. So I don't really know. I really wouldn't call this a scam, but it is kind of ridiculous. It is kind of foolish. And for some reason, I just feel like at a much higher rate, African Americans, black folks are falling for this scam. So we have to talk about it. As always, a disclaimer, I'm a licensed attorney, licensed in several jurisdictions. None of those places amount to me being your counselor at law. So if you're looking for legal or financial advice, find an expert in your local area. Now, I wanted to just kind of talk about this a little bit. About 2, 3 months ago, veneer techs were all the rage. Now, I know y'all probably asking, like, what the hell is a veneer tech? It's exactly what it sounds like. A technician who specializes in installing veneers. You know, veneers, those I think some of them are like porcelain. They have a couple types of materials that they use. Your teeth look like, I remember the chiclet gums, big ass white squares. But essentially, a veneer tech is a technician who specializes in installing veneers. Here's the kicker: there's no such thing as a veneer tech. It's like a made up thing. It's like if I opened up a company and I said, hey, you should get attorney technician you should get a legal technician to represent you in court. He's not an actual attorney, but he's a technician specialized in just handling cases and can go to court on your behalf. There's no such thing. It's an actual made up thing. The only person who can install veneers is a licensed dentist. But I wanted y'all to just take a look. We're gonna take a look at a few TikToks, and I have no research to base the fact that I think that this stupid veneer tech scam or whatever the hell we want to call it impacts black people at a higher rate. I'm just going off of what I see on social. Maybe my TikTok algorithm is just flooded with things that only impact black folks. But we're going to take a look at a few TikToks. Then we're going to go look at a news story of a woman in Chicago who was arrested for performing, essentially installing veneers without a license, not being a licensed dentist. Now, I will tell you, in most states, practicing dental work, practicing law, any of those things like that, those professional areas where you actually are bogus and don't have a license, in most states, that is a felony. In addition, other charges can occur. But let's go ahead. Let's take a look at TikTok real quick so we can get a scope of what's going on. And it's cool because the TikToks are relatively short. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger so we can see everything clear. All right.
What on earth is going on with this whole veneer?
All right. One, there's no such thing as a veneer tech, but that mouth right there, whew, that's a smile only a mother could love.
Tech situation. This is literally ludicrous. If you guys are not yet on Veneer Tech TikTok, oh my God. To catch you up to speed, there are certain people offering 2-day courses on how to do veneers on real people. And then they're offering these certificates for veneer techs, which is not a real position at all. And these
a 2-day course, a 2-day course essentially to allow you to go into somebody's mouth and jack up their mouth. And we're going to pivot and look at an article because I want y'all to know how important your dental, how important your oral health is for your overall health.
These people are going out there and literally destroying mouths. I went to UCLA for dental school, which is a 4-year accredited program. And during that time, you're pretty much either learning about dentistry or practicing dentistry 24/7 for 4 entire years. I know that might seem crazy, but you literally have that much to learn. There is no way on earth that you can learn everything that you need to know about veneers in 2 days. I feel so bad for the people who are being misinformed and lied to and being treated by these veneer techs. Now, some of the people online are saying, oh, it's too expensive to go to a dentist, this and that, blah, 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 and the veneer techs are offering better deals. But let me tell you something. All of this black and brown tooth structure, these are cavities. If you put any sort of a material over a cavity, what you're doing is you're trapping in an infection. The only place for the infection to go then would be down the root of the tooth and into the bone area. That quite literally is going to cause irreversible damage to the tooth structure, and getting that fixed by an actual licensed dentist is going to cost so much more than these veneer techs will charge for their veneers. Though it's fun to have a nice looking smile, it definitely can contribute to your overall confidence as a person. The most important thing.
All right, so I think y'all, let me backtrack. I think y'all got the gist of it. But the comments is hilarious because if you just go through TikTok, let's just look. I'm not even clicking on all of these, but you see people holding their certificates. You see a bunch of black folks in the background smiling that they got their teeth in. Okay, here's one guy who doesn't look like. Oh, this is interesting. A day in the life of a veneer tech.
Day in the life of a veneer tech. Hi guys, we're in ortho lab. I thought if I'm going to be a veneer tech, might as well be a braces tech as well. So we're doing some braces work right now.
Oh, this is a parody. This is a parody, but popping off terrible veneers. Look at those. Do y'all see that video? That's actually the most gross thing that I ever seen in my life. And I don't know. Why would you want to go cheap on something? Why would you want to go cheap as hell on something that is actually invading your physical body? Is kind of wild to me. Most times with these veneer techs, they are actually finding these people on social media. They aren't going through like their primary care physician or even doing a Google search for accredited doctors or dentists. They are actually seeing advertisements on social media. This is insane. If you find a professional, how could I put this? There are professionals on social media who can actually do good work, but I don't think, me personally, social media is never the first place that I'm going to go to find a professional for anything. Social media, I literally just like, you see clothes advertisements on like Instagram, and I'm like, oh man, those sweatpants look nice. But I don't know about these Instagram shops. Like, I don't even buy clothes when I see nice stuff off of Instagram or Facebook or some form of social media. But most people are going on social media, finding these crazy ass veneer techs. Now, I wanted to pull up an article, then we're going to go to a news story about a veneer technician in Chicago who was charged, was arrested, and rightfully so should have been arrested. But let me pull up this article real quick because I want y'all to take a look at this article. Because we got to this is an article that was written actually by a dentist's office as it relates to veneer technicians. It's entitled The Rise of Veneer Techs. Why are you risking your teeth by investing in their services? What is a veneer tech? It says, what is a veneer tech? In recent months, TikTok users have begun posting videos of themselves receiving partial or full smile makeovers from a veneer tech. These technicians state that they have undergone a comprehensive, the word comprehensive followed by 2-day training is an oxymoron. A comprehensive 2-day training program to learn how to create and administer veneers. While a veneer tech may sound like a legitimate oral health provider, it is important to note that this is a made-up title. There is no such thing as a veneer tech. In fact, the only person who can administer veneers is a trained and licensed dentist. Then it talks about the years of experience, blah, blah, blah. If you scroll down, okay, why you shouldn't see a veneer technician? Number one, this is from a dentist, Dr. Richard J. Henson, family dentistry, has a dentistry practice. Number one, why you shouldn't see a veneer tech? Loss of enamel. Dental professionals work hard to ensure that they don't wear down too much of your enamel before you install veneers. Without professional training, This damn dog in here acting silly. Without professional training, veneer techs may grind down too much of your enamel, which you can never restore. The loss of enamel can result in chronic pain, persistent cavity development, tooth decay, and tooth loss. If you want to protect your teeth from this painful damage, avoid a person who has a 2-day course. Okay, this is a big one. This should have been number one. Oral health impact heart health. You've probably heard that your oral health impacts heart health. Bacteria from your mouth may enter your bloodstream, making its way to other parts of your body. This bacteria may lead to inflammation, infection of your heart vessels and valves, which may cause heart attacks, strokes. Hey, sit down somewhere. Damn dog, go sit down somewhere. It may cause heart attacks, strokes, and sudden vascular events. If you choose to trust an untrained professional with your veneer installation, you are putting your heart health in their hands, which may lead to significant health deterioration over time. Number three, they're uninsured, which I think is patently obvious. You can't uninsure somebody who's not even a professional and don't have the capacity to be insured by malpractice insurance. They'll cost more in the long term. Self-explanatory, because what's going to happen? They're going to go there. They're going to jack things up. And when they jack things up, you're going to have to spend a shitload of money actually going to a real dentist. Now, let's take a look at this article. This news story of a veneer tech who was arrested. We're going to dive into this real quick because I want y'all to see, one, how foolish this is. Two, it's terrible because these people are targeting a community who, really, they're targeting a community who has a few things. One, they're targeting people who are in some type of economic turmoil. If you're going to a veneer tech, you likely don't have insurance. You likely don't have enough money to go to a real dentist. Or two, you're likely uneducated on the fact that a veneer tech is some actual bogus stuff. After we watch this video, I'm going to tell y'all the easiest way to check any type of professional. I don't care if it's a doctor, CPA, dentist, neurosurgeon, attorney, or what have you.
When you go to the dentist, you assume the person doing the work in your mouth is actually a dentist.
But recently, we've heard from multiple people with the same shocking story. Their allegations sparked the state and the suburban police department to launch investigations.
CBS 2's Lauren Victory has this exclusive you need to see before you open up.
The last time Monica Bailey sat in a dentist's chair, she was hopeful. Now she's nervous, as if her teeth were chattering.
It's hard. It is. I'm just hoping that we can have a positive outcome.
It was February when she visited this building in Schaumburg. Up on the 8th floor, Bailey and her 15-year-old daughter had appointments to get braces.
That's a damn shame. Now, this wasn't a veneer situation, but it's the exact same thing. She took herself and her young daughter to go get braces, which is hey, getting teeth fixed is expensive. I know. I had a $10,000 bill to get somebody teeth in the family fixed. But hey, those type of things are priorities. But yeah, this is ridiculous. Not only did she take her to get braces, she took her daughter to get braces as well.
At a business called the Veneer Experts.
Cleaned my teeth and started, putting the glue on and putting the brackets on for the braces. And I thought what she was doing was how it's supposed to be done.
We offer a wide range of services.
Bailey.
Okay. Hold on. I want to zoom this in on this young lady right here. Let's go and zoom this in. Okay. Now, generally, stereotypes are something that shouldn't be done. But sometimes, hey, stereotypes can save your life. If I'm outside and I'm walking down the street, it's like late at night, maybe I'm walking my dog on a late night walk, and I see like 3 brothers approaching me on the same sidewalk. As a matter of course, I'm just going to cross the street. It's for a few reasons. One, I don't like that imbalance in numbers. I need to give myself a little bit of space. I don't want to have to Second Amendment nobody if I don't have to. So, stereotypes can be wrong, but sometimes stereotypes can protect you and even save your life. Does this image right here on this screen, this lady right here, Does she look like someone who you would entrust with doing any dental work? Does she look like a dentist to you? I'm gonna just tell you, for me, I've been to several dentists, and I'm gonna be honest, like I have an affinity to I like black professionals. So my last dentist, shout out Dr. White, Dr. White was black. Dr. White was black. I got a new dentist, older black guy. I generally like to hire people who hey, they know all the how certain things health wise they kind of can you know I guess I like hiring minorities, professionals to help me because there's some sense of relatability. That being said, this sister don't look like any type of professional. She damn sure doesn't look like she has a dentist. I'm not saying she couldn't do it. I'm not saying she don't have the skill set. I'm just saying at this image right here, if I saw this commercial, because this is the commercial that she advertised, and I think it was on social media. But if I saw this commercial right here, just looking at this image of her, I would be like, is she really qualified to do this? And I think that's a fair question to ask.
How it's supposed to be done.
We offer a wide range of services.
Bailey says the woman in this video worked on their teeth. Her name is Monica Davis. State records show Davis registered the Veneer Experts as an Illinois business in July 2023.
Okay, red flag number one, the business is relatively new. And, just for me, I'm not saying, hey, y'all dentists may look exactly like that, but her look is not indicative of any dentist that I've ever saw in my life. I'm just saying, I had male dentists, I had female dentists. She's just not giving dentist vibes to me.
We're changing lives one smile at a time.
She's slow and steady. How does it feel?
A change is what tattoo artist Ralph Jones was after. You'd be hard-pressed to find a photo of him with a toothy smile.
They just started decaying and falling out, and over the course of the years, it just started making their parents look pretty bad.
A $2,000 price tag and huge customer smiles on the Veneer Experts Instagram page sold him. Jones visited Davis and her team for shiny teeth coverings called veneers. He says he was told these new smiles last 8 to 10 years. That didn't happen for him.
I woke up to a chip too. It was a piece of it chipped.
Bailey says her problem started when she tried to make a follow-up appointment.
One of the numbers was disconnected.
I'm not laughing at these people because it's terrible, because a crime has actually been committed against them. It's actually assault and or battery, depending on what state they're in. But generally a battery or assault, if I punch you in the face, or if I say I'm a veneer tech and I'm not a dentist, and I jack up your teeth, that's an assault and battery. Is normally defined legally as unlawful contact of another in a harmful or offensive manner. If I punch you in the face, that's harmful. If I work on your teeth and jack your teeth up and they end up being worse, that's harmful. So, hey, in addition to a felony of practicing dentistry without a license, the unauthorized practice of medical work as a non-medical professional, the other thing, sorry, looking at this stupid ass dog. The other thing is that it's actually an assault. She assaulted these people by installing these bogus veneers, and these people thought they were getting the break. That's kind of wild and crazy.
Didn't happen for him.
I woke up to a chip too. It was a piece of it chipped.
Bailey says her problem started when she tried to make a follow-up appointment.
One of the numbers was disconnected. The other one, nobody would answer.
Dr. Davis was nowhere to be found. Literally, CBS 2 could not locate her name on the state website where dentists should be registered. In Illinois, dentists need to have a license.
Okay, that's the biggest point. The biggest point is any time you have a professional who has some type of licensing or some type of regulation by a state agency, and most time they all do. I mean, barbers. We did a video where I didn't even know it. Hair braiders have licensing as state regulator. There's a way that you can actually go look up. Hey, if you want to know is DFD cool to practice law? Is he disbarred? You can put my name, bloop, 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 look it up, see when I started practicing in a particular area, see if I'm in good standing. That's how most professionals is. So if you insist on finding a professional on social media, it will behoove you to look at, and most times it's the state licensing agency that maintains this. Some states have state bodies that govern it, and you can look at it directly on their website. But that's probably the best way to go to make sure you don't end up like these folks on the Veneer tech side of the game.
A license ensures that the person has had a high level of quality of education and training.
And it guarantees a dentist is well-versed in sanitation and patient safety. Lindsay Wagahoff from the Illinois State Dental Society explains the consequences for anyone who touches teeth without a license.
Sometimes there's cease and desist letters that are sent, and then obviously then there's a process then after that too in the court system.
An arrest. Davis knows all about that. Apparently, the Veneer experts had also been operating at this Las Vegas strip mall, and Davis got picked up for illegally practicing dentistry without a Nevada dental license.
You see that mugshot, and what goes through your mind?
I couldn't believe it.
Then,
so this is actually important because she was in Nevada doing the exact same thing, got arrested, got popped, and just went to Illinois to do the exact same thing. So this shows something that's important. One, I mean, let's just be honest. There's a very easy way to eliminate this type of conduct, because it's one thing if a veneer tech gets this bogus certificate, sets up shop, and starts fixing on your teeth and jacking everything up. But in this instance, it's a little bit different because this lady actually is establishing companies with formalized business structures. So the easiest way to kind of prevent this is if I work for the state secretaries of state's office and I see an application for an LLC come by like veneer technician, it should be some edit in place to be like, hey, there's a veneer tech scam out. If anyone's trying to open a formalized company for a veneer technician, we're going to flag it and we're not going to authorize them to open this business. But the states don't care because they just say, okay, you want an LLC? Go ahead, whatever. Pay us the fee. We're going to collect that money. We're going to charge you this money annually, and we're going to go ahead and let you open it up. We don't give a damn if you are not legally authorized to do what you are purporting to do on this business that you're opening up with the state. So that would be an easy way to fix it. But at the end of the day, the state going to want to get their bag just like everybody else want to get their bag.
she looked at a calendar. Since
you see that mugshot, and what goes through your mind?
I couldn't believe it.
Then she looked at a calendar. Court documents show Davis was released from police custody in Nevada on January 31st. It was only 9 days later when Bailey says she and her daughter got braces from the unlicensed dentist.
You see how fast she set up shop? She already knew yo, I'm gonna run this play from state to state to state. There's no metric or no system or no edits in place to track this type of conduct across state lines. She got out of custody on the 31st, and literally 9 days later, she was assaulting this lady and her 15-year-old daughter by putting on these bogus ass bracelets.
It's crazy to me that she can do this in Las Vegas and post bail, and you come here and do the same thing. It's like you have no fear.
Speaking of fear,
I don't know what she put inside of my mouth.
Jones took this photo of his chipped veneer.
I'm just wondering.
She gave that dude some Wu-Tang fangs.
Oh.
Jones.
Oh yeah, you can see with his veneer. She gave that dude some Wu-Tang Clan fangs. That's wild.
Took this photo of his chipped veneer.
I'm just wondering your assessment.
CBS 2 was allowed to share it with a properly credentialed dentist, Lauren Zalay.
I mean, the gum tissue is what I'm very concerned about, because if you can't brush under those teeth, you're not going to have teeth there much longer.
Bite together.
Bailey also got bad news from Dr. Zalay.
They look like real braces, but they don't connect to anything in the back, and so there's no way to move the teeth.
Meaning the braces aren't fixing anything.
Did she take any x-rays or anything? No x-rays.
Come on, I don't know. I get it. When I was younger, like now I go to the dentist maybe 3 times a year. I go twice for my 6-month checkup, and then I might throw a cleaning in because normally I don't get a cleaning at the same time as the checkups, depending on how the scheduling is, 2 or 3 times a year. Hey, candor to the tribunal. When I was younger, hey, we probably went to the dentist like once a year, maybe once every couple of years. So I understand that it's certain things you may not know when you go to the dentist. But when you're a little bit older, I don't know if this is their first time. Anytime you go to a new dentist, the first thing they're going to do is give you x-rays. They're not even going to get you. Literally, I was at dentist A. I was going there for years. That practice was sold to somebody else. I was like, oh, I'm not rocking with them. I went somewhere else. Even though I had an x-ray that was relatively recent, the new place always takes their own x-ray because they always want to do their own evaluation. That would be the equivalent of a client coming in my office with a legal problem, and instead of me listening to their problem, I call another attorney and be like, yo, just give me the notes you took so I can figure out the best way to handle their case. That's wild. Any professional is going to want to evaluate a new client independently on their own without looking at any outside thing that could influence how they think their professional advice should go.
Meaning the braces aren't fixing anything.
Did she take any x-rays or anything? No x-rays? Because that's obviously the first thing. You would want to make sure that, the teeth are healthy before you're going to start moving them.
So you don't have any comment on the people that you did procedures on here in Illinois?
Hanging up was Davis's response to us. Our in-person research led to the discovery that the veneer experts were asked to leave their office in Schaumburg. A receptionist for the building said they'd gotten several calls from upset customers.
We actually don't even know how many people that she actually did this to.
It's just a big letdown.
It's wrong.
A line crossed that leaves a small business owner and others with no choice but to dip into their savings and start over. Lauren Victory, CBS 2 News.
Well, we reached Davis twice, and both times she didn't have anything to say about her business or the allegations. Her next Las Vegas court date is in May. A police investigation here in Illinois is still active, and we'll update you as soon as action is taken.
All right. So the biggest takeaway from this story is I wish they would have asked. Sorry, my glasses was talking to me. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Hey, got these Meta Ray-Bans. These are my new favorite piece of tech. But yeah, I don't know. I wish they would have asked, why did you select this particular individual or how? I think the reason here, I'm just be honest, is affordability. I think that most people who will fall susceptible to something like this is looking at the prices and prices alone. They look at the pictures on the website. They assume those pictures are legit pictures of work that was done when they probably just some Google images. But I think the price is the number one thing. So there's a couple of points we could take away from this. There's nothing wrong with being fiscally conservative and responsible, but sometimes there is a price to pay for being cheap. Like, if certain things you just can't afford to be cheap with, being cheap can actually cost you more money in the long run. One of the things I used to always do, I was cheap as hell. I used to always buy like cheap ass headphones from like Marshalls, maybe like $10, but those headphones was always break. I couldn't leave like 5 feet away from my phone without them going off. They would always suck. So I would always buy these $5, $10 headphones, maybe $20 if I was feeling a little frisky. I like every 3 months. Over years, like when I could have just got one actually good pair of headphones, don't lose the damn things, and they'll last forever. So the cheapest option isn't always the best option, and sometimes the cheapest option ends up being the most expensive option. So when it deals with something related to your health, your finances, your livelihood, like, you should probably seek a professional and look with the state licensing board to confirm that they're licensed. That's a big giveaway. Also, look at the Secretary of State's website if they have a formalized company to see how long that company has been in existence. A company that's been in existence for a while is probably going to have more reviews. They're going to have more actual real feedback. A company that was just created 2 days ago, and the veneer tech, who's supposed to be a dentist, looks like Jade Cargill, the wrestler. I don't know if I would trust that. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about this. Is it a scam? I guess it's a scam, and I don't like the victim blame, but sometimes you got to take a little bit of accountability, a little bit of ownership, and do your due diligence. Everything that's glitter ain't gold, and going the cheap route can be costly in the end. Hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, check out the content that's going to be on the screen. There's going to be more content related to finances and attorney reactions.